Hey everyone, it's Melody with Design by Melody. I'm here with my Make a Pretty Life kit that I'm doing for my kit review series for 2018. This is actually the May kit that I'm working with. We're in June now, but I'm still working with my May kit, and I'm really enjoying this kit. So these photos are actually from July of 2016, and what I did, the reason I pulled these out is because there are some photos of Kaylin out with his camp, and they were having like a pool party. And so I thought it would work really well with the pool themed supplies that were in this kit. But it's also a summer layout, so I figured having the bright colorful patterns that were in this kit would actually work really well with these summer photos. So even though some of the papers are very pool themed, such as this one where it has people swimming, it has some really nice colors and just some bright and soft colors, colorful colors I should say, that would really work well with the different things in this kit, even though they are pool themed. And you'll see I will use some very pool themed items in my embellishments, and you won't necessarily be able to tell that they're actually like a pool item, and I'll show you what I mean in just a moment. So I have a mix of photos. I have a lot of photos in this page. I actually have a flip pocket on that top left one, so there's 3 photos in that particular pocket. And then I have a screenshot of my YouTube page, my dashboard for my YouTube page, and then I also have some movie tickets here in this middle row as well on the 3x4 card. And then, I don't have 3 photos in that top. I have 2 photos, and then the back side of the flip pocket's actually going to be somewhat of a title card because I don't really have another place to put a title card because all of my pockets are full. So I am going to use a bit of a white cardstock, and I'm going to use some of the washi tape, and I am just going to back it on that white cardstock because the photo that I'm going to use this washi tape on is very busy, and you can see straight through the washi tape if I put it directly on the photo. So that's why I'm backing it with a little bit of white cardstock. And that's actually where I'm putting my words. I'm going to use the puffy words that spelled out party, because this bottom photo here of us eating dinner is actually for my birthday when my mom is in town. So I'm going to use a rub-on from a previous kit that I had, really an older kit that I had, it was a couple months ago. And I'm going to rub it on a piece of white cardstock and then trim it out as well, and it's going to say birthday party. But I thought it was a really nice way to use the pool party title and use it a little bit differently. Now, even though the party words are very colorful, by backing it on that washi tape, it really kind of tones it down just a little. If those letters for the word party were directly on that photo, the photo is extremely busy and extremely, I guess it has a lot of colors on it because it was in a restaurant. So by backing that on that washi tape, which is kind of an aqua teal color, it really kind of tones down the colorfulness of that word. I have pulled out a piece of scrap paper that I put the other part of the doily and then the July calendar on, and that was actually from an 8x8 pad that I have in my stash that someone had given me. But I thought it was a good way to bring in that bright blue that matches the crepe paper that is behind my YouTube dashboard screenshot, as well as that sticker at the top of the page that says pool party, and that is actually just from a little bit of a sticker sheet that someone gave me as well. So there's a few things from my stash here, but they really all just kind of coordinate with what's remaining in the kit. And the reason I had to pull that paper from my stash is because I didn't have a 4x6 paper large enough left to use, because I've cut into all of my 6x6 page pieces of paper to make my mini album, and I don't have any left over, so I had to pull in something. Now this is where I'm talking about using some of the die cuts or items from the kit that were very pool themed and make them not so pool themed. So this is a float die cut, and it was just like one of the ring floats, and this again I'm using the exact same die cut just in a different pattern here behind my screenshot photo. So all you can really see is that it's a circle die cut with stars on it, but it is actually the pool float die cut that you just can't tell that it's actually a pool float. So though this page did have some pool photos with that pool party on the top right corner of the layout, it did have a lot that wasn't pool themed. So I'm kind of just using some of the different supplies in the kit, and I did have those few clear stickers that were from a sticker sheet from a stash that someone gave me that really worked with the colors of this kit. So the one on the bottom left says "Let the sun shine." The one in the middle right has a ice cream cone, and there's also a snow cone that I'm going to do the same thing for in just a moment, and that's a picture of Kaylin eating some ice cream. And then the top right has the pool party clear sticker. Now I did go ahead and fussy cut out the title on the packaging that said "Make a Pretty Life," and I thought that was really a pretty die cut to have up here on this top photo of Ernest and Kaylin together, and it's a really cute photo of the two of them. And whenever you do the flip pocket up, you actually see another photo of Ernest and Kaylin at the same thing, but it's a photo of Ernest looking kind of like irritated with Kaylin, and there's a really funny, sneaky look on Kaylin's face in that same picture. So the front picture that everyone will see when they flip through my album is the like cute posed picture, and then the second one is really kind of a real life kind of picture, but that's under the pocket. I don't have a lot of journaling on this page because it really is just a bunch of different photos throughout the month, kind of throughout the month of July. And they don't really need a whole lot of journaling because it's not necessarily not that it's not journal worthy, but there's not really a story to tell. I'm just creating my flip pocket here, and I have a tutorial on how to make flip pockets in your albums. If that is something you're interested in, I will try to remember to link it in the description box below, so make sure you go down and check that out if it's something you're interested in, or if I do forget to link it, please comment and I will find that video for you. I'm using a few of the circles I have left on the puffy sticker sheet. I'm just kind of moving my stickers around on that sticker sheet so it'll fit in my little basket a little bit easier because it was a 6x12 sticker sheet. Now I'm kind of to the point to where I think I'm done embellishing, but I do want to add a bit of stamping. I love adding stamping to my layouts, but sometimes I have to remind myself to actually use stamping. It's not always something that I just immediately remember to do. I have some new Felicity Jane stamp sets that I have purchased in the last couple weeks, and my hair looks a hot mess here. Sorry about that. It's like very frizzy looking. I had it braided, but it was starting to come out of the braid. But I'm using the stamp set, one of the stamp sets that I purchased, and stamping out a couple labels and kind of working with trying to decide if I want to how I want to write on these labels. And these are actually going to be the little bit of journaling that I am going to add. And I'm using a couple of different colored pens that I have in my stash already, trying to just add something that's not quite so bold with the black writing. I tried a couple different blue ones and gray ones, and I end up just going back to using a regular black pen. So you're going to see me using that here in just a moment. I'm adding a little bit of journaling, so there's going to be a journaling spot on the bottom photo of the birthday dinner, and it says enjoying my birthday dinner at Bad Daddy's with this crazy fam. And then I am going to add just a tiny bit of journaling on the movie ticket card that says movie time, and then I am going to add a little bit of journaling on the top card as well, and just going to say YMCA camp pool party. And that's all the journaling I'm really adding to this page. Not a ton, but just enough to kind of tell a bit of a story. I am going to stamp a little bit more though as well. I'm going to stamp and all of these are really from this Felicity Jane stamp set. I'm stamping just this word sentiment up here that says still smiling, and I created a banner, and I'm just doing my stamping on a bit of white cardstock, and these are just scraps that I always have sitting around. I always have a scrap bin either on my desk or right beside my desk, and so I always pull from that whenever I need to do a bit of stamping or a bit of embellishing, when I need to just be able to pull something in addition. Now, I have all of these scraps left from my kit, and if you've watched me for a while, you know that I always keep all of the scraps together. Even if it's a small strip of pattern paper, I always keep it with my kit until I'm completely done working with the kit, because I find a need for those little strips of papers quite frequently. So I needed something for my little bit of journaling on that pool party photo at the top to sit on. So I just pulled out a scrap of that pink and red striped paper and just kind of made a little bit of a shelf for my journaling to actually sit on. I am going to stamp out a stamp that says "This has my heart" and put that on the photo of Ernest sitting there in that blue polo shirt, and right there you go. I like to fussy cut things out, and I feel like that mimics the Make a Pretty Life part that I die cut. I mean, was not I created a die cut with it, but I fussy cut it out of a, I think out of the card that came in the kit. So I feel like that stamped sentiment that says "This has my heart" mimics the look of that as well. I actually did a lot of die cutting, stamping and creating die cuts and fussy cutting things out on this particular layout. I did add another bit of journaling right there on that screenshot of my YouTube dashboard, and it says I hit 100,000 views on my channel. Now I don't have 100,000 subscribers, but I do have 100,000 views, and that was a really big deal for me. I didn't even realize I had gotten that close to that number. And if you think about it in the grand scheme of things, I think I have over 2,200 subscribers at the moment. But if you think about the fact that my videos have been viewed over 100,000 times, like that's kind of mind-blowing to me. I have a lot of videos on my channel, so if you're looking for anything in particular, make sure you go check out my playlist. I try to organize and sort my videos by category, kind of how I look for things, so I hope that's helpful for you. And I've been doing that since the very beginning, and I actually went back and added categories to the videos that weren't categorized just to make it easier to look for things, but you can always search for things when you're on my channel in the search box. Just adding some extra little bits and pieces here. I cut out that little snow cone, but I thought it matched really well with the ice cream cone, because the ice cream that Kaylin's eating is actually, I think it's like Superman ice cream, where it's blue, but it's got a bunch of different colors swirled into it. So even though that's a snow cone, it's a blue one, and it kind of matches the ice cream that he's eating. And just adding a few more little final touches. I like the crepe paper that came in the kit. I just had a hard time using it because I wasn't exactly sure how to use it. So I ended up using it for layering on a lot of different cards and things that I've done with this kit so far. That is pretty much it. Just looking through to see if there's anything else that I feel needs to be added. I am going to add my little sentiment here on this photo in the bottom of the flip pocket. It's going to be the only thing that I add to this particular photo. It didn't need a whole lot, but I did that little outline of a heart, and then I stamped these moments, and I'm just cutting it into a banner and putting it right here at the top because I think that is a really funny picture of the two of them. But that's going to complete this layout. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I am working on another process video for you, so there is going to be another project with this kit. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Please let me know if you have any questions whatsoever, and I'll be back shortly. Alright guys, bye!